In today's video, we're going to talk about pain and what pain actually is, how it actually gets created. In this series of videos, we're going to talk about pain and chronic pain, especially about chronic pain. And it's very important when we start to talk to people to make them understand what pain actually is. And you could say pain is not more than a sensation. And sometimes this sensation gets misunderstood by the brain because the brain maybe remembers some situations from the past, and these situations from the past have been dangerous. So these sensations that we are feeling are not seen in the right way by the brain. So how it works, as you know, if for example you have acute pain, let's say you burn your finger on a hot stove, then you have pain, and immediately these signals, these sensations travel to your brain. Then a lot of regions in your brain will have a look at the pain and request in milliseconds or even faster some more informations about the situation. So if you burn yourself, the brain will look at the sensors, like it will look at your eyes, ask information from the eyes, so to say, what do the eyes see? So in the case of you burning yourself, there's maybe something black, there's maybe smoke, there's maybe clear indication of it's very hot. Then it will also ask your auditory, so your ears, what is going on basically. And the ears will actually also tell your body if there is something going on. Maybe you hear still some kind of ticking because maybe it was a toaster and the toaster is cooling down or something like that. But one of the most important things is your past memory. So if you connect this to an injury in the past, you had some bad experiences in burning yourself, or you know some people or some stories about burning yourself for burning somebody else, then this is actually being seen as much more dangerous. And this is why the sensations or the pain is not always what it should be. In the case of acute pain, there is most of the time a reason for the pain, but the pain can be seen by the brain much heavier, much more than it actually should be. If you look at chronic pain, this is especially important because, as we know, most of the chronic pain issues, they don't have any reason anymore. So if you would go to the doctor, or if our clients, our patients go to the doctor and they come to us, they often say the doctor said the pain is not real. First of all, there's nothing like not real pain. If you feel the pain is real. The pain being not real just means that there couldn't be anything found that could produce the pain, so to say. So it's important that the pain is actually produced in the brain, and a lot of times these sensations are much too heavy, over-evaluated by the brain. So this could be, for example, imagine a person is walking in the jungle and he's getting a little scratch on his foot. So he sees a little cut on his leg, but there's nothing much going on. So he keeps on walking because the brain looks down, the brain takes all the signals, and the brain doesn't really consider it as dangerous. So he keeps on walking, but about 3 hours later he wakes up in hospital and he discovers, or they told him, that he was bitten by a very poisonous snake. But the interesting thing about it, that about 1 year later, this person was again walking in a similar situation, and then something similar as well happened. So he injured his leg just a very little on some kind of wood, and as he looked down this time, it looked pretty similar to the last time to the brain. Suddenly he had a lot of pain. He couldn't even walk anymore. But there was nothing. So in this case, at this time, there was no snake bite. But because the brain has experienced this situation in the past and has stored this as very dangerous situation, as very dangerous happening. It produced so much pain that this person couldn't walk anymore. So this happens a lot of times, and this also can happen with emotions. So we teach our clients to really go there and look at the pain and become safe again. Because in most of the cases, people feel very unsafe if they have pain, and if they're already anxious or already waiting for the pain to come. This gets into a cycle. So this is basically a loop. You wait for the pain to come, you are fearful already. Because of this fearfulness, the pain kicks in, then you have the pain, and then it starts a vicious cycle. And studies have shown that more often you train your brain that this is actually true, the more the pain will rise up actually. Also, if you have back pain, if you saw like studies or if you saw like MRIs or your spine, that there is maybe something wrong in your spine, or the doctor told you something that formed your belief actually. The more your belief gets formed into a negative way, the more you classify or tag yourself as person having back pain, the more you will actually feel the back pain because you already think it will happen. So this is very important that we are able to talk to the people and make them aware that these are actually just normal sensations and help them to understand the connection between the pain, the sensation, and what may cause the overreaction and what may cause the pain. So I hope that was useful. Subscribe to our channel, and I will do a lot more videos in the future, mainly talking about pain, but we also talk about emotions because emotions are also very connected to pain. Almost all of our clients have some kind of emotional aspect to the pain as well, because it's very likely if you're anxious or something like that, then this fits quite well into the pain loop. If you have pain all the time, you get anxious or you get depressed. So this most of the time is something that happens together. I hope you did find this useful, and I see you hopefully in some of our next videos. See you. Bye bye. All the best.